Hello, this is my second video talking about the gear that I will be taking with me to do the Arctic Circle Trail in about a month's time, so in the middle of March, where I can expect some pretty frigid temperatures going from 0 to minus 25 during the day and minus 15 to potentially minus 40 at night. And so today I wanted to talk about the glove system that I will be using. I've searched a lot of information on the internet, but I basically fell back on the gloves that I've been using to ski for a very long time, and these are made by Hestra. This is a mid-level Hestra glove, which is a leather outer glove on the palm side, synthetic water repellent material on the outside, and then inside you have a liner glove, which in this case is a synthetic glove. And I must say this glove is now 15 years old and still looks pretty amazing, although I have not taken particularly good care of it. So I went back to Hestra, and they actually have this is a mid-level glove that I had. They actually have a glove which is their top end for the coldest weather, and it's called the Army Leather Expedition Mitt, and it is this glove. So basically it's a glove in three parts. You've got an outer shell, which is a synthetic material on the back side, and then on the inside, on the palm side, you have goat leather, and the reinforcements are kangaroo leather. There's a way to cinch it in the middle, and there's a drawstring to cinch it at the end of a long collar, and a very useful little loop to make sure that you don't lose your glove. The palm side is not lined. On the back side of the hand there is a fleece polyester Bamberg lining, not too thick, but which adds an extra layer of insulation. Now on the inside of this, and fixed around with a very good velcro which goes all the way around, is what they call the heli-ski liner mitt, which is basically a fleece and G-loft insulation, very nice soft mitt. So this is fixed over the entire inside, so you can easily slip in your hand in and out again, and you won't notice any snags or it's completely sealed off around it. And then on the inside of that you basically have this, which is the Army Leather Expedition liner, the 3-finger, which is a very cozy liner which has Primaloft insulation, and an outer shell which you probably could use as a standalone glove, but I wouldn't probably recommend it in damp or wet situations. So basically what you end up with is a glove where you have this 3-finger inner shell, which is very useful, and then over that you have the rest of the glove, which forms a very nice, very thick, not constricting. You have enough freedom of movement, and you can really feel that it will be a very warm glove. So this will be my primary glove to go to Greenland. Seeing how the mid-level Hestra glove held up for more than 50 years, I'm really confident, looking at the quality of the materials, that this will be an excellent glove. Now the good thing about this glove is that on the Hestra side they give you the option of adding different liners as well. So basically what I have beside these liners, and these are the ones that will get wet from my perspiration, I simply have a second set of liners, so I can switch them up. So if during the day I feel that my hands are getting clammy, I will remove this liner, simply switch to the other liners, take 2 seconds, and so I will always have one pair of liners that is either dry or drying, and one pair that I will have on. And I also have a second set of the inner lining, which is affixed to the inside of the glove, so that's the heli-ski liner mitt, and that will give me a lot of flexibility even when the outer shell gets a little bit humid or wet. It's not a big problem if you have a dry liner that you can use. So this will be my primary glove to protect me from the cold in Greenland. So on the Hestra website you can add the same spare liners that are already included, or you can switch to other compatible liners if you, for example, prefer a 5-finger liner instead of the 3-finger. So obviously these won't be the only gloves that I will be taking along. I've got a set of merino liners, and I've got a set of silk liners if I need extra insulation or to sleep with. And then I have my old Rab down expedition mitts. I used them on Baffin Island 25 years ago. They were cleaned and tested by Rab. These are great, and I'm just taking them along as an extra precaution. And I will use these with these wool power liners on the inside. These are more for camp because, well, you lose the insulating power when they get wet because they are down-filled. What I really loved about them is that they've got this wool teddy on the outside, which is great for scraping off snow and ice. And that's maybe the one thing that I would want the Army Leather Expedition mitts to have as well. This kind of woolen patch on the outside to scrape off snow and accumulated ice formation. And then finally, I've debated long and hard about which gloves I would use to set up camp and break up camp. When you have to pack the tent, when you have to dig out the guy lines and everything. I mean, your hands are going to get wet. And of course you have very good Gore-Tex materials these days. But in the end I felt that it would be a safer precaution simply to have a pretty thick insulating glove that I would use specifically for that, and then have simply a chemical industries cold weather glove, which is basically plastic with a little bit of a textured outside and a little bit of insulation on the inside. It won't be a warm thing, but I'm pretty sure it will keep me warm enough for digging in the snow, getting everything out, and be sure that I will not have my main gloves getting wet. And so although these are well, not the sexiest things, I will be taking them along to be sure. And finally, still on my list to be decided are the Fold guide gloves. You can find a lot of information on these. These are beautiful, very warm leather gloves with a single layer of wool teddy on the inside. There are lots of reviews that you can find on YouTube and on the internet. These would be perfect if the weather was more clement, if I have warmer days, but I also simply could leave out the inner liner from the Army Leather Expedition mitts and just use them with the affixed liner. They are very comfortable and very warm as well. So I'm still decided whether this is worth it to pack along. If I have enough place and if my weight is acceptable, I will certainly take them along. If it's not, I will be happy to leave this behind.